Hey guys, Raptor Tristan here, and today we're going to be talking about a video called Top 10 Moments Godzilla Was Caught on Camera in Real Life. This is actually a video. Yeah. Completely ignoring the fact that Godzilla was a fictional creature made up by Toho. Let's add the logic to this. One, Godzilla would be obviously 300 feet tall, which means that he would have to really carry a lot of weight on him, which means that he probably wouldn't be able to stand foot on land because his bones would rarely have to be made out of titanium to stand all that weight, and even then there's still a chance that his bones could still break just from the sheer force alone. Not to mention his brain would be very fucking small and would not be able to fit in his head. And also, there's also the fact that Godzilla's heart wouldn't have enough force to put enough blood around his body. Not to mention, there's another fact that Godzilla would also have to eat a lot more than any other creature on planet Earth. So yeah. Of course, this video obviously throws logic out of the equation because a person most likely doesn't know jack shit about how gravity works and most likely just made this video just to fool a bunch of 12-year-olds on the internet. Because trust me, anyone that's over the age of 12 would know that Godzilla is obviously a fake made-up creature. Anyway, let's start with this video, shall we?
A Godzilla is a giant creature, the size of a high-rise building that is believed to be the offspring of a gorilla and a whale.
Excuse me, what?
Wow, we're not even in a minute in, and already we're getting stuff wrong. First of all, Godzilla ain't the spawn of a gorilla and whale. Also, how biologically would that work? They're two completely different species. And also, fun fact, Godzilla was actually based on dinosaur stuff. Mainly Allosaurus, T-Rex, and Stegosaurus. Oh wait, but you don't do research about this stuff, do you? And also the word Gojira means gorilla whale in Japan, and originally Godzilla was meant to be a gorilla whale hybrid, but of course that was scrapped in favor for a more lizard-like monster. Anyway, let's continue on with this.
Evident in their adaptation to living on land and water alike. It is a giant bipedal, almost indestructible creature possessing special powers and is believed to have retreated deep underwater after the Cretaceous extinction. And the existence of these huge creatures has been something of a debate for a pretty long time now. So, in this video, we'll be taking you through 10 times Godzilla was caught on camera and spotted in real life. Without any further ado, let's begin.
Okay, Godzilla's existence was never a debate. That was something you made up. Anyway, yeah, if this guy is not joking, because if he's not, I will rarely record myself drinking bleach on camera.
Number 10. Godzilla Gator in Florida.
Do I even need to say anything? Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so what? It's a big alligator. What does this have to do with what the video's called? This top 10 moments Godzilla was caught on camera. Yeah, you're talking about alligator. Yeah, I'm going to skip over this mainly because it has nothing to do with the, Godzilla. So I'm just going to skip over it. So anyway, let's get to the next one.
Baby Godzilla in the Water, Galapagos Islands, 2016. In the video,
I'm not even going to say anything. I am not going to even say anything. Like, really? I'm not even going to even bother countering this at all. Again, what does this have to do with Godzilla? It's just a fucking marine goanna. Anyway, let's just get to the next point.
Number 8. Godzilla in Barbados. The video shows a moonlit night over water with what appears to be Godzilla emerging from the water. Legends say Godzilla is adapted to living on land and foraging for food and water, and although the video is super creepy, the emergence of the creature from water revealed a splitting image of what looked like the actual snapshot of Godzilla captured on camera. Many times, the clouds and fog paint optical illusions to us humans and look like creatures we already know. However, this sighting was spectacular and surreal, reminding us that we may not be alone on this planet Earth.
Finally, something that's actually related to what the video is meant to be talking about. Anyway, you can clearly tell that that was just CGI'd into like a, cloudy background. And also, by the way, this is something I want to point out. If this footage was real, why is it not on the news? Because I'm pretty sure people would be more interested in the fact that there is a huge skyscraper-sized monster literally in the water. And also, not to mention, what is Godzilla standing on in the clip? He's literally just standing on nothing. Like, that water right there is very deep. He can't just get up and just stand up like that. He wouldn't even be able to stand up upright. Mainly because he won't be able to stand on anything. Like, really. And not to mention, why would he even, be standing there anyway? Let's just continue on with this.
Number 7. Godzilla Fossil, Argentina, 2005. By finding fossils, it is a pointer of how long something existed, and it gives us indications for present possibilities. That said, the fossil of Godzilla was discovered in Argentina in 2005. The newly discovered fossil, according to the National Geographic Channel, had to be virtually complete and possess strong ties with a crocodile, but is an even stranger sea monster, resembling a long-necked titanosaur. The 80-centimeter long fossil, which was approximately 12 feet long, had the petrifying skull of a predatory dinosaur that lurked along the Pacific Ocean well around 135 million years ago and was found almost completely intact. It took years of work for researchers to uncover the entire skeleton, and paleontologists claim that Godzilla has strong jaws with serrated teeth that gave it the ability to grip. In an interview with National Post, the scientist was quoted saying, "Given the length and magnitude this animal will bring along when it's reconstructed, there won't be a building that can contain it." Number 6.
Okay, do you got any evidence for your claims? Like, really, do you got any evidence for what you talk about in this video? Do you? What's that? You don't? Yeah, exactly. Like, literally, this entire video is mostly just him finding clips online and just, making up fake stories with them. Let's just continue.
Godzilla was spotted in New York. Sometime in 2014, around Staten Island, New York, some people were taking a ship ride off the coast and the unthinkable happened. They spotted a Godzilla. The god of monsters that was spotted was an incredible 35-foot monster that was even captured by a military jet flying nearby. We cannot ascertain how true the footage in circulation is, but it struck a close resemblance with snapshots of Godzilla, as was previously known. In response, officials of New York City reported to the Daily News about the possibility of an actual Godzilla attack and suitable defenses that they already have in place. They said, in the event of a Godzilla attack, we'd be looking at area evacuations. He's a big guy, but he's not going to overtake the entire city, so we would try to determine what sector of the city had to be moved. We have them in our prayers.
Okay, first of all, that's clearly just CGI. Also, not to mention, what is Godzilla standing on? And also, not to mention, let's just bring up the fact that Godzilla would also collapse underneath his own weight, too. And not to mention, once again, if this footage was real, it would be all over the news. Mainly because I'm pretty sure if there was a huge monster discovered, I'm pretty sure a lot of people would, make that public. Like, a lot of news sources would probably bring that up. Like, God, let's just continue.
Number 5. Godzilla over Galveston. August 21st, 2018 was a normal day turned incredible around the Galveston area in Texas. Although it was rainy and the atmosphere was seemingly unclear, the emergence of Godzilla surrounded by sparks of lightning inside a rainstorm sent social media into a frenzy. The footage, which was taken by a History Channel documentary, was shot from a helicopter in August of 2018. It was a mysterious sight, seeing that the image had a close resemblance with Godzilla and the video taken from an aerial view was clear enough. It is not clear what precise species the creature was, but it further highlights the mysteries surrounding the emergence of Godzilla in this century.
Okay, you can clearly tell that this video was most likely just some random video that was most likely altered. It most likely was just recording a storm, that there was like the huge storm and all that stuff, and then like some person like got some like shitty like model of Godzilla and just put it into the storm to make it look like, oh yeah, it's real. Not to mention, let's realistically think about it. How could something that big even hide in a storm? Even if they couldn't see it, they could definitely hear it. Like, that is like a 300 feet tall monster. Do you not know how much noise it would make just by stepping foot on the ground? Like, really? Let's just continue on.
Number 4. Real-life kaiju? Kaiju is generally described by ancient Japanese researchers as legendary creatures and mythical monsters that have attributes similar to Godzilla. They range from three-headed dragons to armored beasts and bugs and have been popularly described as the younger versions of Godzilla. However, in this video, a real-life kaiju may have been spotted on camera. It appears to be a subterranean species and has an armored body, similar to the highly revered Baragon, which is a fictional character that appeared in Ishiro Honda's 1965 Frankenstein movie. It is believed to be the dinosaur that crept underground to prevent annihilation during the late Cretaceous climate change, and it is an 82 feet tall creature and weighs merely 275 tons. The creature is fast, has great stamina, possesses evasive techniques and acrobatic attacks.
Okay, one, you can clearly tell that that is not 80 feet tall. And also, by the way, fun fact, this is a huge fun fact. You can clearly tell that that's most likely the monster from Growl Boys, because they actually have that effect underground where they pretty much like have that like upground effect. It's hard to, say what it is, but pretty much that looks like the Growl Boys from Tremors, pretty much. So yeah, and not to mention, you can clearly tell that's a CG dyed in. Like, you can clearly tell that that's fake, and also, like I said, it's not even that big. Like, it's at least the size of a car, going by the Tremor size, or whatever you want to call that. And also, we don't even see what's in the quote-unquote video. Anyway, let's continue on with this video.
Number 3. Jamaica, September 15th, 2019. In the video that made its round through the internet, the September rains were at the peak and Godzilla was visibly seen standing erect at the murky Jamaican beach. Scientists in the world at large were also left to marvel at its rare roar that caused ripple seismic effects through the water. The less than 1 minute clip also shows the Godzilla crawling back into the water in a bid to search for food. A land and sea adaptation it has come to perfect from its time on and off the sea. Its scream was extremely loud, and it complemented the sea monster's scary looks very well. A wonderful creature indeed.
Okay, didn't you really just use that footage earlier? And also, by the way, you want to know something? If, a giant monster was discovered in real life, it would be all over the news. Also, by the way, you're telling me that Godzilla really just surfaced from water and really just made a bunch of noises? Like, animals don't just do stuff to just do stuff. They do it for a reason. What kind of benefit would Godzilla have by getting out of some water and roaring for a little bit and swimming back down? If anything, his main focus should be, eating, mainly because, he's a big, huge, ginormous creature, which means that due to him being so ginormous, that means he would really have to eat constantly. For example, Brachiosauruses really ate almost all the time. They spent their entire lives eating all the time. And they are way more smaller than Godzilla. Anyway, let's just continue on with this video.
now it's time for today's best pick. For today, we will feature a sighting that shows Godzilla in its highly believed gentle nature when not threatened mood.
Okay, I'm just gonna end the video here. I lost enough brain cells as it is. By the way, in that picture, that's not even anything that even looks like Godzilla. That's clearly just a T-Rex that was just put into the background and, made to look large. Like, seriously. Boy, the amount of brain cells I have lost today is just so surprising. Well, not really surprising. It should have been expected. This is what happens when you watch bad videos. You end up losing brain cells. Like, literally. Anyway, have a good day or night, depending on wherever you are.